Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlie Herman and welcome back to Charlie's Cruise Tips and Reviews. So today's video is something I've been promising for a little while. It's about which cruise line has the better rewards program, Carnival or Norwegian, but I'm going to base it on which has better platinum status because I have platinum status on both cruise lines. So I'm going to compare the two platinum levels to each other, and at the end of the video I'll let you know who I think has the better platinum benefits. Okay, so as I said, each cruise line has their programs. Carnival's program is called the Very Important Fun Person program. That's what's called, Very Important Fun Person. And Norwegian is called the Latitudes program. Now, they're both rewards program, a little bit like frequent flyer programs, but the difference is these are more on board things you get as a member rather than if you're a frequent flyer member, it's more things you would get at the airport, like a first class lounge, business class lounge, um, free upgrades. This is more things you get on board the actual cruise ship itself, such as priority lines at guest services, priority boarding, priority disembarkation. But I'm going to go all into that a little bit later, and which cruise line does do things the same and which cruise lines do things differently. So I'll get into that in a little bit. So first I'm going to talk about how each program works. Carnival, the Very Important Fun Person program, has 5 levels. The levels are blue, which is your first cruise, okay, first cruise on Carnival. Red, which is your second sailing through 24 points. Now, the cruise line, they go by points by days you sail. It's not how many different cruises you've been on, which a lot of the cruise lines used to do, but then they got rid of that program and started a program based on points on how many days you've actually sailed compared to how many different cruises you've gone on. So, as I said, Carnival, blue is your first Carnival cruise. Red is your second sailing through 24 points. The third level, which is gold, is 25 points through 74 points. Platinum, which is the level I'm currently at, which is their fourth level, which 75 points through 199 points, which I currently have 100 points right now, so I'm literally halfway to the final level diamond, which is 200 points or higher. So once you reach 200 points on Carnival, there's no higher level, but they do have something special when you reach a milestone, like 300 points or 500 night sail. They do have a little certificate or something to give to you for reaching that milestone, so keep that in mind. Okay, so on Carnival, you can only get points for each day you sail. For example, if you go on a 7-day cruise, you get 7 points. You go on a 10-day cruise, you get 10 points. There's no extra points for example, booking a suite or booking a VIFP special. When they send you special rates and everything, you don't get extra points for booking one of those or booking a special type of room. So it's literally you earn your status on Carnival. The more you sail, the higher your status is. It's that simple. Okay, for Norwegian, their program is called the Latitudes Rewards Program. It has 7 levels. The first level, which is green, which is their first cruise, but you can, before you even go on the cruise on NCL, sign up for Latitudes Rewards, and before you even book a cruise, book with Latitudes Rewards before you even go on the cruise. So keep that in mind. If you have it thinking about NCL, you can sign up for their program before you even go on a cruise. Okay? So, but it doesn't matter. Your first cruise on NCL will be green level. Second level is bronze, which is 1 through 29 points. The third level is silver, which is 30 to 54 points. The fourth level, which is gold, is 55 points to 79 points. The fifth level is platinum, which I'm currently at. It's 80 points to 174 points. The sixth level is Platinum Plus, which is 175 points through 699 points. And the final level, which is called Ambassador, that's at 700 points or higher. There's no higher level. Now, reaching that is close to impossible. I know there are very few ambassador members on NCL. It's sort of like being at the very highest level of a frequent flyer level, there is sort of like an invite only program, sort of like Diamond Plus on Cathay Pacific, British Airways Creme Card, Concierge Key on American Airlines, to name a few. It's like that very highest elite level. It's very hard to get to, but there are some people who do have it. Now, um, on Norwegian, they do have a program where you can accrue more than 1 point per night you cruise. For example, when you book a Latitudes rewards special rate, you get 1 point per night you cruise, and then an extra point per night because you book the Latitudes rewards special exclusive offer. Okay, so for example, if you stay in the studio room for a 7 night Caribbean cruise on the Norwegian Escape, you book a Latitudes exclusive offer. You get 1 point per night for the 7 cruise, and then an extra point per night because you book the exclusive offer, so you get 14 points out of that 7 night cruise rather than just the 7. And another example is, as I said before, you can book, sign up for a Latitudes Rewards program before you even go on an NCL cruise. So, for an example, once you sign up and you get your first Latitudes exclusive offer, you could literally book a 10-day cruise in a Haven suite, which is their top suite, or any suite for that matter. You get an extra point for booking a suite cabin or the Haven cabin, and because you book the exclusive offer, you get an extra point per night for that. So you get the 10 points for the cruise, an extra point each night for booking the exclusive offer, and another additional point per night for staying in a suite or the Haven. So you literally can get 30 points for that one cruise and on your next cruise, even if that's your first cruise on NCL, you can literally skip over bronze level and go right to silver for your second NCL cruise. So, as I said, on NCL, there is a way to manipulate the program. Actually, up until about the end of 2016, 2017, there was no Platinum Plus or Ambassador members. Those levels were added, and it was a much different program. And also, another thing you could do to get extra point was booking 9 months or longer in advance. So you could literally do all the things I just mentioned before and book 9 months in advance, and you could be at their highest level after 2 or 3 cruises because people knew how to manipulate the system, their program. So they literally had to change the program because they had too many people after 2 or 3 cruises being gold and platinum members. So that's something they just had to change completely because too many people figured out how to manipulate the program. And I'm not really guilty of that. I only used the Latitudes Rewards offer once, and that was for studio room, so I only got 14 points instead of 7. But I do know people who have manipulated the program like that, and a few people who've never been on NCL before. I may have been guilty of telling them how to get higher status on NCL through doing things that way. So they literally did change the program because too many people were reaching high status after only a couple of cruises, which was the right thing to do. But they took away the 9 month or higher for extra points because a lot of people do book their cruises a year in advance. So literally, people are just doing what they always do: book a year in advance because you know when your vacation is the following year. They rewarded you by giving you an extra point for doing something you would do on any cruise line. So they got rid of that perk of it. Okay, so next thing I'm going to talk about are the similarities between the Carnival program and the NCL program. They're pretty much the same similarities. You get receive priority check-in lines at the terminal, priority waiting area in the terminal, so anyone you're sitting with has the same status or higher status than you. There's priority boarding, so after they do like for example wedding parties or people who request special assistance get on board first. Then you get priority boarding with the platinums, the diamonds, the ambassadors, platinum plus, depending which cruise line you're on. You get priority boarding, you get zone 1 boarding, you're the first ones on board. Uh, both cruise lines as platinum members give you free laundry, but on Norwegian Cruise Line you get one free bag of laundry for the cruise, while on Carnival on a 7 day or longer cruise you get three free bags of laundry. So keep that in mind. If you go on Carnival and you're platinum, you get three free bags of laundry, so you don't need to pack in nearly as much as you would on NCL. You could do laundry once on the cruise, you could do it twice on Carnival or all three times. It really depends how you feel. On you on both cruise lines, and the similarity is you get a free bottle of water in your room. Now Carnival, it's a big bottle. It's a liter. It's a liter bottle, and on NCL, it was a bottle of water. Now it's a little box. It's a box about what would be a single bottle of water of Poland Spring or Aquafina. It's like a 16-ounce bottle, so it's like just a regular size box of water bottle of water. So keep that in mind. On Carnival, it's a much bigger bottle of water and it lasts a lot longer. While on NCL, it probably lasts a day if that long. Um, so another thing is when you're on a cruise where you have to tender into port on both cruise lines with that your status, you get priority tender tickets, so you don't have to wait in line and get assigned a time to get on a tender if you don't have an excursion or anything. If you're platinum, you can get on go to shore right away. You don't have to wait, make a reservation for a tender or anything. You can get on right away because you're platinum. Excuse me. And another thing that is similar, the last thing that's similar if is a platinum status is you get chocolate covered strawberries delivered to your room on each cruise line for each sailing. So you get that as well. So those are the similarities. The differences are what I'm going to start with Carnival. On Carnival, you receive priority disembarkation. Now, what I mean by priority disembarkation is the day when you get off the cruise, they have a little area set up for you as a platinum member. Rather, if you're carrying your bags off or you leave them outside your room the night before and you receive them in the baggage claim the next day, the day when you get off the ship, there is literally a crew staff member who escorts you to the front of the line when you're ready to start disembarkation, and you're literally the first people off the cruise ship. If you're carrying your bags off, you're literally the first people off the cruise ship. If you left your bags outside your room the night before, when your bags are the first bags offloaded the ship and will be the first ones in the baggage claim. So as soon as they're ready with those bags, then they'll escort you back. They'll stop disembarkation for the people getting off the ship with their own bags. They'll escort you right to the front. You get off right before them, and your bags will be waiting for you in the terminal. If they're not on the belt, they'll be coming out on the belt right away in Miami, or at any port for that matter. But I'm using Miami as an example because that's where I cruise out of the most. Another thing is on Carnival, which is a bit different than NCL, there's a separate line at guest services for Diamond, Platinum, and Faster to the Fun Pass members. Now, I'm not going to talk about Faster to the Fun Pass at all because that's something you just pay for to get a bit of priority on the cruise ships. It's not earned status, you pay for it, and there's only a certain number of faster fun passes that you can pay for on board anyway. So it's a select. It's about maybe 100 on the cruise, if that many. But I'm not going to talk about that. But they're part of that line as well. Another thing you get on Carnival as a platinum member is a special Carnival logo gift on each sailing. I've gotten as a platinum member headphones, throw rugs, a Carnival tumbler. So it's actually a pretty nice gift. It's nothing like shoddy or anything. It's actually very nice gift they give you. So it's actually really worth to be a platinum member just to get the free gift, and you actually look forward to those free gifts as well because with Carnival you're gonna get a good quality gift. Another thing you will get is priority main room dining room reservations if you have anytime dining, like you have priority at dining at reservations and at all specialty restaurants, and they give you higher priority when if you choose a regular seated dining time, such as the late dinner seating or early dinner seating. You get priority preference over which one, and they do their best to try and get you in there. But if your platinum odds are, you're gonna get the dining time you requested. The only one they actually guarantee it for for your preferred dining time is diamond. Those are the only ones who are guaranteed. Otherwise, it is just for you get priority, and they do their. But odds are you're gonna get it. Okay. On NCL, they do call it priority disembarkation, but excuse me, excuse me, that's kind of BS because the only thing you really get on there is you receive yellow luggage tags for your bags, and that's only if you're leaving your bags outside the room the night before the last day of the cruise, which just means your bags are the first group of bags to come off first. They don't even come off before all other bags. They come off with the people who have early transfers to the airport who have early flights, so they come off together. They're just in separate areas, but those two bags come off at the same time. So it's really not priority disembarkation. They don't have a special line for you to get off the ship. They don't make a call for a platinum plus ambassador members to get off the ship first with your priority. If you're doing self-assist, you just line up and you all get off at the same time. So they call it priority disembarkation. They might as well just say priority luggage delivery in the terminal because that's all it really is. Your bags are off first. Otherwise, you're in line like everyone else. There's no special waiting area. You're just waiting for the call to get off the ship for when your luggage tags are called. Or if you choose to carry your bags off, you're just getting off the ship with everyone. So priority disembarkation really does not exist on NCL. It's just priority luggage delivery when you get off the ship. Another thing they have, which is different, unlike Carnival, as many of you know who go on NCL, they have several specialty restaurants on board as a platinum member. You get two separate complimentary dinners at their specialty restaurants. Dinner for two, one certificate. I'm just gonna go with an example of a ship I've been on where I've used it before. I'm going to use the Norwegian Breakaway, in which case you can use one for Cagney Steakhouse or La Cucina Italian Eatery. I chose Cagney's because I'm a meat and potatoes guys, but I chose the steakhouse, and the other one was for Moderno Churrascaria, or it was Le Bistro French restaurant. I prefer the Moderno Brazilian Churrascaria because I was in Brazil when I was in college. I loved that experience, but I'm not gonna get into that. But we did go to the Churrascaria every day for lunch when we were in Brazil. So when I see it on a Norwegian cruise ship, I always go. So that was an easy choice for me to make was Churrascaria for free. And it's, as I said, it's for two people. So if you sail with a friend, they get to go with you for free. Or if you meet someone on board and you just say, yeah, I have the free 2-for-1 for dinner. Do you want to come with me? It works that way as well. So you have the two free for one dinners. And also at Cagney's includes a free bottle of wine. So keep that in mind. When you go to Cagney's with that, you do have the free bottle of wine if you're a wine drinker, which I'm not. I actually brought the bottle of wine home and I was gonna give it to my sister, but she's not drinking anything right now. She's pregnant, but I'll leave that alone. I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, I'm gonna give her that bottle of wine or champagne because I don't drink wine. But I figured why toss a good bottle of wine? Just give it to someone in my family I know who does drink wine. Okay, so another thing they have is you get discounts on board the duty free shop. You get 15 as platinum member. You get 15% off when you purchase something in the duty free store on board ship, and this is only on port days, not sea days. Port days, you get 25% off signature spa treatments in the spa. So you have to keep that in mind. You can get to 25% off, but it has to be while the ship is in port. So if it's a day where you don't have any excursions planned or it's a port you've done to death before and you just don't feel like getting off the ship, that's the only time you really do get those discounts in the spa. So if you choose to do that, which I don't because I like to actually go into the port, you do get the 25% off there. And also, as a platinum member, get 30% off all photos you have taken on board the ship. So if you do want to purchase a photo or two, you get 30% off all photo purchases. So keep that. So that's another thing you get platinum that you don't get in Carnival, but that's something I really don't partake in that much. I don't really partake in the spa or the photos. I really don't buy the photos. Okay, so pretty much I've talked about the similarities and differences and the main differences you receive as a platinum member on both cruise lines. I have to say, after being a platinum member on both cruise lines, I just really believe on Carnival you get the better platinum benefits. You get treated a little bit better. As I said, they have the separate lines for guest services. They have the Priory disembarkation, which really means a lot to me because you can book yourself an earlier flight, and it just makes things a bit easier. So, with that said, Carnival has the better rewards program. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I will be back with a new one very soon. Have a good night, everyone.